Now, new packs weren't the only thing added to MLB The Show 21 today. We also got ourselves a brand new player program, meaning a brand new free diamond for all of you to get by just doing moments and then facing the CPU offline or playing online as well. You can get them both ways. Let's go ahead and check them out before we jump into anything. And if you need any help on how to get the rest of the free diamonds available in MLB The Show, just look up, there's a card. It's gonna have a playlist on all the free diamonds available in MLB The Show. So we go to player programs and instantly you're gonna see Eric Davis. Eric Davis is going to be a primary right fielder with a little bit of a funky batting stance. I'll tell you that off rip, but his attributes are amazing. 80 power on both sides. He's even better against right-handers, so he's not a platoon hitter. And then bronze fielding, bronze reaction with 61 speed should be usable 100%, especially for any newcomers that are coming today at 9 p.m. Western and 12 a.m. Eastern time. Now, if you're new here, before we even jump into the player program and how to get the points, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to turn on the channel notifications, go to the community tab, interact with me there, more Bhlademyst, subscribe to my other YouTube channels, and then follow me on all my socials on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all of it. And if you want to support me to the fullest degree, fullest extent, you can become a member of the channel, which is like becoming a Twitch sub. It started on April, so if you want to be a member from day one, I would suggest going ahead and becoming a member in April. Now, how you do that, just click on the channel and then next to the subscribe, there should be a join section. So 50 total player program points is how we obtain this Eric Davis. Let me go ahead and show you all the tasks available. So extra base hits with center fielders, meaning any center fielder online only, will get you 10 player program points, and then 10 hits with Oriole players online gets you another 10. So that would be 20 out of 50. And the easiest way to do this would probably be playing Battle Royale or ranked seasons. And then, or actually, I'm not sure if events is allowing you to use AL players. I believe they're only allowing you to use NL hitters. So events is probably not ideal. But there's also an offline mode for you to go ahead and get 8 points, which is just facing the Orioles on All-Star or higher in play versus CPU, which is not Conquest. I'll show you guys play versus CPU just so you don't get confused. Play versus CPU is when you press single player modes and the first option that appears, that's play versus CPU. It is not Conquest. So that will get you 8 player program points. And why 8, you might be asking, instead of 10? Well, if you go into the moments for him, this is going to give you 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and then 42. So if you're an offline grinder like I am, and like most of you are, you would get the remaining 8 to complete the 50 off of facing the Orioles on All-Star or higher. And then you can also exchange outfielders, but I wouldn't suggest doing this because it only gives you 5, and therefore it is not going to help you complete the program if you start by the moments, because it would get you up to 47, not the 50 desired. So start with the moments, and we're actually going to go ahead and hop into these moments together, because why not? Let's see how difficult Eric Davis could be, how difficult it could be to use him in general. Now, one big piece of advice when it comes to doing moments is knowing when to restart. For example, here we got to tally 2 hits, and one of them has to be an extra base hit. So as a player, I know if I don't get that extra base hit in my first at bat, I should restart no matter of if I get a base hit, or I should say no matter if I get a base hit or not, I should restart. Because the only thing we're focused on, let's go, that should be I'm still going for it. 60 speed should be more than enough. That's unfortunate, but that should have been a double right there. It got a really good bounce off of the wall. Now I'm going to restart this. You might be saying, but dude, you got one of the base hits. Well, I don't want to play the rest of this game out and then not be able to get the extra base hit. I want to get the extra base hit in my first at bat, because if I don't, then I'm gonna be just very sad, wasting time. And let's go. You see, very next at bat, get a perfect, and since we got the extra base hit here, we just go ahead and continue playing this bad boy out. And when I told you he had a funky batting stance, I mean, just look at the bat. Doesn't get any funkier than that. Now, usually the lower pitch speeds, lower difficulties, they usually give me a hard time. That's why I only have the dots on currently, or circles, because with just the circle on, it just allows me to place the PCI right on the ball. And I honestly am going to be using circles probably for the foreseeable future, online, offline, everywhere, just because of the simple fact, if you get used to circles and you become really good at it, that means you 100% are going to be squaring up the ball every single time you swing. And that's what you want as a hitter. You want to be squaring up the ball every single time you swing, because it's the highest chance of getting a perfect, as well as the highest chance of being rewarded for your swing. So we just finished this mission. It was pretty easy. Can we do a speed run? So we got actually disconnected from the server. Now, hopefully that moment counted for us, because if it didn't, I am going to be furious. But hopefully it did. Just letting y'all know, I will be furious. And it's taking forever to enter moments, so I'm not sure what's going on with the servers, but hey, it's only gonna get worse. So it did go ahead and count the extra base hits, and the reason I say it's only gonna get worse is because today at 9 p.m. Western, 12 a.m. Eastern, that's when all the players are gonna be coming in and playing MLB The Show 21 with us. So it's like, if we have 10 million right now, it's probably gonna quadruple, probably even more than that, to be honest. Now, tally 2 extra base hits. We're following the same recipe. If we don't get the extra base hit in our first at bat, we just restart. And important, whenever you're doing a mission like this, when it's like tally 2 extra base hits and you know you have a good power hitter up, important thing to do is get a little bit underneath the PCI, or underneath the ball with your PCI, just so you can get some elevation. It increases the chance of you hitting a home run, also increases the chance of you getting the ball in the gap with a fly ball. That's a shot. That's a shot. Of course. Of course. We restart again. This is probably my 10th attempt at this. I've been lining out, flying out, everything. That's a shot. Please leave. Please. Let's go. 10th attempt. We started off right. Now I gotta really lock in and focus in so I can get this next extra base hit and just move on to the next one. Almost. Really like that curveball. If it would have curved inside the strike zone, I would have crushed it. That fastball, I really enjoyed it. Let's go. I thought he was gonna catch it. Normal swings. I'm telling you, they work wonders. Now, if you don't want to keep coming back to this section after you complete it in terms of the moment you're doing, just go down to player programs and moments and just do it off of here. We gotta hit 1 home run. We're playing at Camden Yards, so it should be pretty easy, to be honest. As long as there's a righty or a lefty, preferably a lefty. Well, I mean, those are the only 2 options. But it should be pretty easy as long as there's a lefty. But instead it's a righty, so it's a little bit more difficult. It's Nathan Eovaldi. We have to get underneath the ball. Rookie difficulty makes it a lot better, though. Got on top of it. Not much more I can say right there. That's a bomb to center field. The runner's going back is generally not a good sign. If they would have stayed running, I would have known it was a home run. We're on like attempt number 8 now. There we go. You gotta be kidding me. You got to be. That has to be it. Let's go. No doubt animation. Let's go, baby. Now, if you're interested in completing Conquest, don't you worry. I got a playlist for that too. Look up there. Now, these are the moments I wanted to see, because I want to talk to you all about how to do these moments where the length is 3 games. It's beautiful. What you do here is similar to the same strategy, but clearly you know 6 divided by 3 is 2. So you need a minimum of 2 hits per game. So we need 2 hits here. If we do not get 2 hits in this game, we restart game 1 and keep on restarting it until we do obtain 2 hits, which some way, somehow, I was able to get my hands inside and drill that to left field. Now, you never want to run the bases trying to get yourself out on purpose, because that can basically eat up opportunities for you to hit later on in the game. So you always want to be smart, stay at first. If it's a double, stay at second, etc. Never run the bases wildly. That's a fastball, hit it the other way. So we got this game's mission, personal mission, done. We got 2 hits. Anything we get is going to be a humongous plus. That's unfortunate. Swung at a pitch outside of the strike zone, but hey, we got what we needed done. We got ourselves 2 hits. In the next game, we need to go and get 2 hits again. He's pitching a heck of a game. I was trying to check swing there. Like, I wasn't really trying to swing. All right, so now this is when it becomes important. You see, it's the 7th inning, right? Which means we will not get another at-bat if the team is still winning in the 9th. So if we get out here, as long as it's not a strikeout, or as long as we pause the game fast enough, we should be able to pull off the trick. All right, so this, it's looking like an easy out, right? He's gonna get right underneath it, so we press home, we go ahead, close the app, close the game, and then we're gonna re-enter it. And usually when you re-enter it, it allows you to start at game 2 once again, where you already have 2 hits tallied up. So let's make sure that that is the case over here, because if it is not, and it actually goes and advances to game 3, I'm going to be a very, very sad boy, because this was the trick that everyone abused in MLB The Show 20. Let's go to moments, player programs, all the way down at the end, and told you all, still got 2 games remaining, still got to get 2 more hits. It's beautiful. You restart here. When you get 2 hits, that's when you don't close that, and you just continue, play the final game, get those 2 hits. If you run into the same issue, you're going to go ahead and close out. Now, if you did end up enjoying today's content, as always, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. Make sure you go to the community tab, interact with me there. More Bhlademyst, subscribe to my other YouTube channels, and also follow me on all my socials, which is Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Follow all of that good stuff for when I do eventually begin streaming. And also, if you want to follow me, or support me, I should say, to the fullest extent, fullest degree, make sure you become a member of the channel. If you become a member here in April, you'll be following me basically since the start of the membership. So when the new badges, etc., when I put badges and all of that, you'll be able to have the oldest badges available in terms of being able to put them on. That should be a shot, most likely not falling. Actually, it does fall, and we're still in the 5th inning. So we're still doing good. All we need to do is get 1 more hit. We get a hit here, we'll be straight. At the end of the day, since we're losing, we're most likely batting again in the 9th. So that is a plus. We got ourselves a hit regardless, so that's a bigger plus. And we're most likely still hitting in the 9th, so that's even an extra bigger plus. We won't have to restart. And the reason we're hitting in the 9th is because the away team has the lead. And whenever the away team has the lead in the 9th, the home team gets to hit in the bottom of the 9th in order to attempt to tie the game up. We PCI it well, but it's going to be a fly out. And with that, we will end today's episode. Like I said, we would have went home and closed the app if we didn't get 2 hits in that game. But since we got 2 hits, we don't have to do that. And you do the same thing for total bases. You make sure you get 4 a game, basically. Now, I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.